Good morning. The time is 9:17 a.m. Sunday, August 29th, 2021. The news headline: Buhari, Ortom, a battle of minions. The news in full. Ahead of the 2015 general election, President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State were quite chummy. Then they had a common foe, the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Buhari was determined to unseat Goodluck Jonathan, the then president, while Ortom was bent on winning the governorship of Benue State. Ortom left Jonathan's government and dumped the PDP when he was denied the party's governorship ticket to pitch his tent with Buhari's All Progressive Party (APC). The two of them won their elections, and their friendship blossomed until serious clashes between herders and farmers, resulting in the killing of the locals, put a wedge between them, leading to the governor dumping APC and returning to the PDP. While rationalizing his exit from the APC, Ortom said, "We had to abandon that platform in search of one that offers more accommodation, support for our policies, especially the open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law 2017. The governor also stated that some top shots in Buhari administration attempted to frustrate the open grazing prohibition law aimed at finding lasting peace between farmers and herders in the state, adding that such frustrating efforts by highly placed members of the federal government necessitated his exit from the party to one that will not compromise our stance on a matter so key to the Benue people. Since Ortom's exit from the party, the hostility between the governor and the presidency has gone to an octave. While the governor is frustrated by the presidency's seeming lethargic approach to putting an end to the clashes and killings in Benue, the presidency is exasperated by the governor's apparent distaste for the federal government's preferred solution to the herder farmers' problem, which is the perpetuation of open grazing. The governor has repeatedly laid the blame of killings in his state at the feet of the federal government, not only accusing the government at the center of incompetence, but also alluding to its complicity. The friction between Ortom and the federal government got to a head this past week when the governor, while featuring on the channel's television program, accused the president of a Fulanization agenda and decked him with the title of the worst president the country has ever had with respect to security. This gnawed the presidency and wasted no time in issuing a retaliatory press statement. Garba Shehu, senior special assistant to the media and publicity to the president, who signed the statement, accused the governor of playing the ethnic card to boost his sinking political fortunes. He alleged that Ortom was using the language employed by Hutu leaders in Rwanda to incite the country against the Tutsi, to set Benue citizens against one another. Not to be outdone, Ortom has also issued a statement the following day asking Nigerians to call the president to order. This is really an unfortunate situation. It is a sad commentary on the leadership quality of our nation. The two principal actors in this debacle were elected to improve the lot of people, not to go for each other's throats. So they should ask themselves how their altercations have solved the problem or improved the lot of people. What has changed since the presidency and Ortom have taken up arms? Has the killing stopped? Have the attacks abated? Instead, the situation has been escalating. So bad has it gotten that there was an attempt on the life of the governor. So shouldn't this have made it's clear to the antagonists that vitriolic attacks against each other is not the solution to the raiding, maiming, and killing in the land? The call of leaders is to solve problems. Leaders don't look for fall. They solve problems. Leaders don't dodge their problems. Instead, they prefer solutions to them. Leaders don't chase shadows. They attack their problems headlong. And the writer guess is that Benue State governor derives pleasure in always attacking the president because he is overwhelmed by the problem in his state. So, to disguise his ineptitude, he has turned president bashing into a culture. The same goes for the presidency. The president is so stuck in his ways that he cannot fathom any solution to the elder farmer problem outside reclaiming the lost grazing routes. As far as Mr. President is concerned, the country has to step back into the 1950s and 1960s to find a solution to a 21st century problem. In the writer's reckoning, both the Benue State governor and President Buhari have resorted to easier option of verbal attack and media war because to think outside the box to solve the problem. Those who are strong in the deployment of the intellect do not seek refuge in verbal attack. The time is 9:24 a.m. The analysis. So just of recent, a writer has actually come at Buhari and Ortom. Buhari, who happens to be the president of Nigeria as at now, and Governor Ortom of Benue State have actually been in a media war of recent, where the presidency has actually been on a word battle with the governor of Benue State as regards the governor's call to the federal government of Nigeria to do the needful about the open grazing of the Fulani herdsmen, which has been leading to raiding, maiming and killing in the land. And after his interview on Channels TV, where he reiterated all these issues and made an allegation that the federal government is not doing anything about the Fulani herdsmen because they might have a mindset of Fulanizing the country Nigeria and also Islamizing the country Nigeria. And as a result of this comment, the presidential senior special assistant on media and publicity Garba Shehu has retaliated sometimes last week, saying that Governor Ortom of Benue State was actually saying this in an attempt to boost his sinking political stand, and actually he is doing this to incite war between to incite ethnic war, between the people of Benue State and the federal government, and this is due to his own incompetence and also alluding to its complicity. However, the writer is of the opinion that it is an unfortunate situation where the leadership of the country, both Governor Ortom and the president of the nation, have left the core reason behind their argument and going for each other's throats. That is, they have left the problem and turned themselves to the problem and trying to dodge the problems instead of providing solutions to them. And the writer of the opinion that both the Benue State governor and the president of the country, President Muhammadu Buhari, should actually leave the verbal attack and media because they cannot challenge themselves to think. He said when the Hannibal, the Carthaginian general who commanded the Carthaginian forces against Rome in the Second Punic War, was told by his lieutenants that it was impossible to cross the Alps by elephant, he told them that he would never find a way or make one. So then he surrendered to difficulty, but he never bowed to impossibility. That is the stuff great leaders are made. That is the stuff great leaders are made of. He cited Albert Einstein, said that we can never solve a problem by the same level of understanding that produced it. This means that our thinking has to be above our challenge to turn it around. So the warring president and the combatant governor have not taken their thinking beyond the circumstances that created the problem. So they are dancing around the problem and going after each other. The time is 9:27 a.m. Good morning.